So, the Gears collection rumours have escalated in the past year or so and have really started gaining traction in the past few weeks. I do believe these were rumours primarily driven by fanfare and our insatiable appetite to relive the glory days. To begin with, look, Gears fans conjured up the possibility of a collection because of the parallels that already exist with the Master Chief collection years ago. Halo had it, so why can't Gears? Sound logic. And I did not give much merit to the idea of a Gears collection for some time. I thought it was for the birds, to be honest. But that was before the reveal of E-Day. And I would argue that some stories are best experienced as prequels. I think you'll get the most value out of E-Day as a fan that knows the story and has played the original Gears trilogy. Think of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. If you watched Better Call Saul before you'd seen Breaking Bad, I think the allure and intrigue into these characters' past lives would lose its impact. Of course, this is merely conjecture, but I assume there will be a plethora of foreshadowing and homages to the original trilogy in E-Day, and that E-Day is best played as a fan of Gears of War. Going in fresh to the story might be odd, but who knows, I may be wrong. Let's say that's true. Case 1 for players to experience the original trilogy. Case 2 would be Microsoft's somewhat confounding and ambiguous strategy to release the bulk of their exclusives on PlayStation. So we have an entirely new market to cater to, and we have a new generation of gamers born in 2007-ish that have most likely never even played Gears of War. And the next mainline title is a prequel that has captured our undivided attention. Why has it? Because it's Emergence Day, the catalyst for the Gears of War story. Marcus and Dom. How do you get people to fall in love with Marcus and Dom? You get them to play the original trilogy. Now, is this rumour true? Unkept secrets are scarce in the modern games industry. However, Gears E-Day blindsided everyone. No leaks, we all expected Gears of War 6, and I think many of us were left a little perplexed initially. I mean, I certainly was. So I have a hard time believing these rumours are absolutely factual. They may be partially true, but the nuances will become clearer in June, I expect. Which brings me to my final point, the rumour, backed by some pretty reputable journalists like Jez Corden, that the Gears collection will not feature multiplayer. You can probably already guess the reaction to that. Pitchforks are out and disappointment is rife. I get it, right? I'm pretty deflated by the news, if true, because we're all so desperate to jump back into Gears of War multiplayer. But does it really make sense to remaster Gears 1 to 3 versus multiplayer? Think about it for a second. Gears 1, 2 and 3 were all vastly different multiplayer experiences. Gears 1 was primitive and restricted, but refined in its own unique way. Gears 2 was less restricted, but slow and permeated with issues. My God, that game took about 6 updates to get good. Gears 3 was best of both games. Fluid, polished, fast movement speed. But what game do you remaster? I'm not sure. I would have said Gears 3, but that's not a Gears collection, is it? Are you going to remaster all 3 multiplayer experiences? Good luck with the player counts and the mammoth of a task that is. We all expect the world, right? As gamers, why can't they do this? Why haven't they done that? We forget that this would cost millions to produce. You'd need the headcount for it. Where is that coming from in a precarious industry that's suffering from layoffs every other month? Microsoft are billionaires. Doesn't stop them cutting chunks of their headcount and leaving people without jobs. Do you want them to split the player count ahead of E-Day? I'm not sure if that's the best move. I think they will all want as many people on E-Day as possible, replaying the game, purchasing DLC, skins, etc. To become a fan of Gears of War, you first experience the story. The rich, expansive lore and that intriguing world of Sierra that lured us all in, right? And I believe it will do the same with the Gears collection. I don't think they need multiplayer on Sony or on other platforms to achieve that. It sounds like a behemoth of a job that might not be necessary. Do I want it to be necessary? Yes. Do I want to play Gears of War multiplayer now? Yes. But the teams that would need to work on it, the millions it would cost, I think they're looking at the long game here. Get people interested in the story with the original trilogy at a fair price, capture their attention and capitalise with the full package in E-Day in 2026 or whenever it is. I mean, people are pretty sentimental about that November 2026 date, 20-year anniversary. Makes sense. Maybe they'll do that. What are your thoughts? And yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for listening. It's my first upload in 5 years. So good to be back, and I'll see you next time.